Hello, everyone. Get ready for some spooky and supernatural fun in this episode. Let's dive right in. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications to receive our new videos. They all have their own cool ways to stay safe and alive in the wild. Let's check out this amazing trick used by a specific type of fish.
那这个尾巴你看这些都哭笨笨的了呢，哭成这个样子。他们说这个鱼晒几个钟都不死，是吧？这个应该有几个钟了，看没有？都成了这个样子，全部成了枯柴了。啊，我们今天拿一条是看一下，还有这个他们说遇水就能动起来，看一下是不是真的。来，我试一下，拿点这个神奇的洞洞啊，来看一下，来看有没有反应。喂喂喂
These fish might appear dried up and lifeless, but they're actually not dead. The person who discovered them even breaks off a piece of the fin on one of the fish, but there's no reaction. The fish looks all dried up and still, right? But wait until you see this. When someone pours water into its mouth, it starts moving again, almost like it's coming back to life. It might seem like magic, but it's actually an amazing survival technique. These fish, which are a type of catfish, have an extraordinary ability to survive in extreme conditions. In dry seasons, when water sources dry up, they can go into a state of estivation, which is like hibernation, but in response to hot and dry conditions instead of cold. They slow down their metabolism a lot and can stay like this for months until water comes back. When water finally returns, it hydrates them and gets them back to normal activity. Their ability to basically come back to life when water is available is a really cool thing. This helps them survive during tough times. This guy was holding a creepy mask with a pale face, dark circles around the eyes, and black lips. He was using some kind of face filter, and when he smiled, the mask also smiled, making it look super scary. You can totally see how creeped out the guy is. The way his mask looked at first really gave off a creepy vibe, and a lot of people aren't convinced it's real. It seems like the face filter got confused by the mask and made it look like it was smiling. Sometimes technology can create strange and kind of spooky results, adding a bit of the supernatural to our everyday lives. I'm not sure about that. If I saw a mask smile like that, it would definitely creep me out. I'd probably do a double take and then quickly walk the other way. What about you? How would you react if you saw something like that? Some guy supposedly filmed himself doing an autopsy on a dead alien he found. It looks completely lifeless, with pinkish skin that fades to pale. The little critter is tiny, like a baby, but it looks like it's all grown up. It doesn't have any arms, and there's a fresh cut on the side of its head. Some folks think this is all a big joke. They say it could be a fake alien prop made from latex. They argue that the details seem too perfect, and the timing is fishy. But then others are totally convinced that this is the real deal. What's your take? Do you believe these are actual extraterrestrial remains, or is it simply a clever hoax? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Can you imagine coming home from work and finding this on your stairs instead of your lovely dog, who's always trying to get your attention and wagging its tail to show how much it missed you? The person who posted this weird video said that when they got home, they saw their dog sitting on the stairs, and it looked more like a person. It was pretty creepy, so they went closer to check it out. And get this, as soon as the dog noticed them, it turned back into a regular dog. Some folks are saying it could be a skinwalker, you know, those mythical shape-shifting creatures. What's your take on this? Do you think it's just a quirky trick of perspective? Or could there be something more supernatural in the works? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Check out this wild video from the kitchen of a Chinese restaurant. Chefs are cooking and moving around the kitchen, and then something unexpected happens. One of the chefs who is cooking over a large pot slips and falls to the floor. It's worth mentioning that this man was handling a large cooking pot, so a slight mistake could have caused serious burns. But luckily, nothing like that happened. Now, let's talk about his fall. It seemed like an invisible force lifted his feet off the ground backward. None of the other chefs seemed to notice except for the one cooking beside him, and they both looked completely shocked. Some comments on the video suggested the fall was probably due to slippery floors, maybe from oil spilled on the ground. Some people think there might be more to it, like some kind of entity messing with the guy. What's your take? Was it simply a slippery floor? Or could there be some unseen force at work? Did you see that video going around claiming to show Bigfoot? So, there was this creature, right? People say it was all hairy with these super creepy red glowing eyes and white fur. But here's the thing. The face didn't quite match up with the typical Bigfoot description. So a bunch of folks were like, seems a bit fishy. Most people who watched the footage weren't buying it. They thought it looked more like someone in a costume than some legit paranormal creature. Do you think this could be a real Bigfoot sighting? Or do you believe it's just someone in a really convincing costume? The video, which was posted on TikTok, seems to capture a huge lizard-like creature longing at the hikers. So, some people at first thought the creature looked like a dragon, but then someone else said it actually looked more like a salamander. But then another person pointed out that the biggest known salamander, the Chinese salamander, only grows to be about 1.8 meters or 5.9 feet long. People are split on whether the creature in this clip is real or just a clever CGI creation. Lately, there have been a bunch of hoaxes and misunderstandings about mysterious creatures. Usually, these turn out to be made-up stories or mistaken identities of old fossils or natural stuff. Usually, when animals are tiny, they look super cute and cuddly. However, this little one doesn't quite live up to that expectation. It does resemble a baby, just not the adorable and huggable kind. Many people who watched the video thought it had to be a baby lemur, but it is so cute. On the other hand, this little critter looks like something you'd get if a squirrel monkey had a baby with a frog. So, what do you all think we're dealing with here? If anyone knows for sure what this is, please fill us in. Otherwise, we might just have to go with the conclusion that it's the baby of some unidentified cryptid. This guy bought a new house and was fixing it up when he thought about checking out some footage from a camera he had put in the house. And what he saw was pretty bizarre. In an empty room with just a ladder against the wall, a weird figure showed up. It walked on two legs but didn't look human at all. It walked into the room and then suddenly vanished into thin air. Another camera caught the figure entering the room, but just as it did, it disappeared as if it had been transported somewhere else. This creepy event reminds me of those stories about seeing aliens or meeting beings that can control reality or space. The way the creature suddenly disappeared makes me think it's something we can't even wrap our heads around. Do you think this could be proof of aliens or some other supernatural being that can travel between dimensions? Check out this crazy video that's getting everyone talking. Some cave explorers stumbled upon a bizarre black creature with lots of legs crawling on the rocks. It's not like any spider or creature we've seen before. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie rather than real life. What's your take on this weird crawling creature? Some say the footage has been edited using AI because the creature looks too bizarre to be real. Do you think it's just a digital creation? Or could there be something more to it? Check out this video. It's insane. UFO abductions have been a thing for a while, with many reports of people and animals vanishing and then coming back with no memory of what happened. But what this farmer caught on camera is seriously strange. The farmer set up a camera to catch a potential thief who had taken one of his cows. Instead, the camera captured something totally unexpected. The missing cow, which had seemingly vanished, suddenly fell from the roof of the barn, crashing down onto the ground with debris falling all around it. So, there's this cow that just falls out of nowhere. Like, seriously, there's no explanation for how it got up there in the first place. The farmer is totally convinced that aliens are behind this. I mean, how else could a cow vanish and then just drop from the sky? What's your take on this? See that red skin and what looks like horns on its head? Some folks in the paranormal community thought it was a rare sighting of a demon at first, but after studying the footage for a few days, they figured out it was a fake. They're pretty sure someone was just trying to mess with the community. So, in the paranormal community, they're pretty skeptical about hoaxes, and they immediately dismissed it. I get why they think it's fake, but I personally believe demons are real. The way it looks, it seems like a CGI creation, which might have tricked me if I didn't already know a bit about the subject. What do you reckon? Is this for real? Or is it all just a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. There's this footage online of a weird creature peeking through someone's door. It's pretty creepy and looks like it came straight out of the shadow realm, ready to snatch its next meal. I bet anyone seeing that outside their door would totally freak out. What if this guy is just messing with us to get some attention? If that's the case, he's probably succeeding. But what if he's actually onto something? What if there's really a creepy creature like the one he's describing out there? I just can't get that idea out of my head. What do you guys think? After a heavy snowstorm, a guy stumbled upon this weird creature in the woods. In the snow, the creature's features created a magical sight: a round head, a human-like neck, and shoulders. Its skin looked like dried leaves in color. But what really caught the guy's eye was a pair of glowing eyes that shimmered in the dark. When they unexpectedly came across each other, the creature looked totally surprised. Like both Hunter and the creature were equally shocked to see each other. The big question is, what kind of creature could it be? Maybe a goblin? Or just maybe it was some kind of mix-up with a nocturnal animal? Did we all get tricked about Earth? Or are the monsters from our craziest movies becoming real? And now, check out this last bit of video. A creature caught on a trail camera. Take a look. A huge figure walking across the camera's view. And get this, those legs, they're super long and skinny. The creature is truly mysterious and strange. Its limbs are not like traditional ones at all. Instead of regular limbs, it has a long neck that curves like a question mark, topped with a head that doesn't follow the usual norms. Even though it looks very real, I think that this might be some kind of big joke or trick. Check out this footage that seems like it's been taken right out of a folklore story or for the fans of Naruto. Behold, the nine-tailed demon fox, a legendary creature with roots in Asian folklore and made popular by the world of animation. While walking in the woods at night, when someone claimed to have caught footage of a mysterious creature. In the creepy darkness, the video shows what looks like glowing tails. It's hard to tell if they really saw a legendary creature or just edited the video to make it look that way. The strange creature suddenly disappeared, and the whole forest was plunged into darkness. Do you think it's real or not? Please share your thoughts. Two dudes were hiking in the woods in Turkey when they stumbled upon something super creepy.
Allahu Ekber. Onun Araplarında da şunun haber. Arapça kabul etsin. Of. Şu neymiş ya? Yaklaşma. Abi az yaklaşalım.
They saw this dark figure with a pale face and glowing eyes just chilling there. It was staring straight at them, but they played it cool. The thing just kept staring at them for a while, and then, suddenly, poof, it disappeared, only to reappear nearby. Crazy stuff. They freaked out when it screeched at them. That's when the guys decided they'd seen enough and bolted out of there. What the heck could this spooky figure be? A forest ghost? An alien? Or maybe some kind of mysterious creature? Its glowing eyes and pale face make it tricky to figure out. But one thing's for sure. It's not something you'd want to run into during a peaceful stroll in the woods.
Maruti kabilesinin başı mısın? Allahu Ekber. Hikmet abi.
Imagine this. A hiker is out exploring the beautiful Canadian wilderness. As they're navigating the rugged terrain, they come across a fascinating gap in one of the mountain structures. Something about this gap catches their attention, so they pull out their camera to capture the moment as they approach it. And that's when something incredible happens. In the space, he saw something staring right at him. It was a strange creature with a pale face, really big black eyes, and an unusually large forehead. Surprisingly, it didn't seem to have a nose. The hiker was so shocked by what he saw that he didn't hang around to check it out. We're all left wondering what kind of creature it could be. The video doesn't really give us a clear answer, but it definitely leaves us with a lot of questions. Could this be some unknown species, or maybe a being from another world? I guess it's just one of those things we'll never really know the answer to. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.